Hello and welcome to the August 2012 online edition of Kula's Teacher Feature. This month we're sitting down with yoga teacher and Yummy Yogini chef Audrey Sutton, who has recently come our way from Northern California and is teaching the slow flow class on Thursday mornings at 11 a.m. And thank you so much, Audrey.
Be at Kula. I started here about 5 months ago, and I teach the kids.
Oh, and kids! How did I forget the kids?
Tuesday, 4 to 8, ages 4 to 8, and they're awesome. It's so much fun. They have a great time. We always do a kids project, kind of an art project, get a little creative at the end of class. And then Thursdays at 11, I teach slow flow, which is really neat. I also teach vinyasa and yin, but I love the slow flow class because I think when you go slower, you can become more aware of where your body and your breath are at the time. So it's kind of neat just to become aware and be in that moment. So that's why I love the slow flow class. But yeah, I came here about 9 months ago in 2010, fall of 2011, from San Francisco, and I love it. You can't beat the weather, the beach, people are nice, so
awesome.
It's great to be at Kula.
Well, it's great, to have you as part of our community here, and you bring such a light and a warmth to the space. So thank you for contributing, yourself to this community, and thank you for the description on the slow flow. And I do get questions sometimes from people just about, is it like gentle yoga or is it vinyasa, because it has slow and flow. So could you go a little bit more into that idea, just build upon what you were saying about just the mindfulness embodied?
So. It is a challenging class. It can be on the gentle side if you want it. Obviously, with any yoga class, you can make it whatever you want to make it. This is your practice. This is your journey. So I always talk about honoring your body and, also respecting your body, but also, kind of flirting with the edges. So the one thing I love about slow flow is we still do vinyasa. It's a little bit more controlled, slower. So you're really working, you're paying attention to your muscles. When you do chaturanga, you're pulling your chest through. So I think with the awareness, you become more aware of the alignment and your body and where your muscles are, where there's any tension in your body. I talk a lot about breathing and breathing into those tight spaces to soften and release. So I think it's really cool. It's always different. Last week we did wall yoga, so half the class was wall yoga. So I'm always changing it up, but it is slower. I don't necessarily say it's more gentle than a typical organic vinyasa class. Obviously, you can make it as gentle as you want. If you don't want to lower chaturanga, you can lower to your knees first. I always allow, modifications and give different modifications to suit your practice.
Yeah, I find that in my own practice, when I move slower, it's actually more challenging. I'm more tuned in. Yeah, you're really not just holding up a posture longer, but that you're tuned into every little refinement, every little action, and it's like a whole inner world opens that allows you to be in a stronger practice, but a deeper practice.
Yes,
too.
Totally. Well, you're focusing on your alignment. You're working from the foundation up, right? So you're working on your toes, you're lifting, you're spreading, you're working on your inner thighs, externally, internally rotating, your core is engaged, you're feeling every single part of your body, your mind, your muscles, your breath, everything is in flow. And I kind of like to think of it as a symphony.
Yeah,
it's all working together. And sometimes when I teach power too, so when I teach a power vinyasa, sometimes you're not paying attention to it, which also can be good. Sometimes you're you're just out of your body, you're out of your thoughts. But with the slow flow, it's really neat because you're very aware. You're paying attention to every aspect.
It's very meditative.
Of your practice. Yeah, it's great.
That's awesome. And then how do you convey or parlay that quality into working with kids? Or I sometimes think of kids like, are you just like doing like make a dog, make a fish,
Well, it's totally different. So we'll do downward dog and then we'll bark, So you just got to get out of your ego and just have a great time, have a blast. So with the kids, it is 4 to 8. So when you're 4 and 5, it's a little bit challenging to work with intention, to work with your breath. But it's starting, right? We all have to start somewhere.
Exactly.
And I think it's awesome that parents get their kids in at such a young age. And if they can just get a little bit of intention, kind of to figure out what that is, to get a little bit more patient, maybe to get a little bit more caring, more thoughtful of other people, more thoughtful of themselves, of their breath. I mean, even just a little glimpse of that is awesome, right?
Definitely, and it seems like you're always bringing out-of-the-box things. I see on Facebook art projects and planting seeds in the garden and making cards for dads on Father's Day.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I think creativity, especially when you're doing yoga, you're getting out of your head, hopefully, right? You're getting out of your head, you're releasing a lot of stuff. With kids, I would like for them to do whatever they're getting out of it, whether it's just having fun, to being a little bit more patient, being a little bit more calm. We all need that when we have 4-year-olds. And then also creativity. So that's why we do the asanas, we do our practice, we work with breath, we work with a little bit of intention, and then we do creative project at the end for about 10-15 minutes. And
awesome.
So I have to get creative for it, so it challenges me, which is good.
And then feeding off that idea of creativity, another one of your creative pursuits is cooking.
Yes. So when I came from San Francisco here, I had a real estate company before. I was always doing yoga, but so totally different aspects of my life. But I came to Florida to follow my passions. I kind of semi-retired and am teaching yoga, which I love, helping people, but also cooking is a passion of mine, healthy eating. So I created a company called Yummy Yogini, and with all eyes, and we do a lot of different kinds of foods. I'm a personal chef, but here for Kula, what I'm so excited for is we're going to start, the Kula Cafe, a lot of juicing, a lot of different organic foods, and so excited for the workshops that we're going to do. Currently, I'm doing a detox retreat in San Francisco. It's a 2-day detox flow where we twist and turn the organs, folds, and then we juice for the entire weekend. So
awesome.
It's cool. Going to start that here in Florida, and hopefully many more workshops with you guys.
That's awesome. And then I guess lastly, how did all this come to be, just personally for you? Like, it's just like a renaissance blooming inside of you, the food and the art and the kids and the yoga. And could you talk just to some of the people that are maybe, I just think like my favorite part of these videos is when teachers explain like how yoga came to life inside of them that called them to actually come to teach.
Yeah, thank you. I had a very successful business. I had 80 employees under me, 7 offices. On paper, it looked awesome. Money-wise, I was great. I had a lot of physical problems. I was going to the doctor, spending up to $800 every single month on chiropractic care, dietitians, physical therapy, doctors, acupuncture, and it was helping, but it wasn't getting to the root of it. And so as human beings, especially in our society, we rely on drugs or medicine, just external things to help us versus really going inside us. We have the power to heal within, as we are the observers. So, it's not things happening to us. We have that power, we have that energy to heal ourselves. And through yoga, I had a breakthrough yoga class, and I had stopped doing yoga for a while, and I came to my teacher, Jennifer Pugh, in San Francisco, and I took her class, gentle, and I just started just tearing. And so all this energy, these blockages that I was feeling physically just started to release. And that's, for me, that's the beauty of yoga, is it releases all this negative energy to allow for positive growth, positive joy, love, balance in your life. And when that happened to me, I stopped seeing doctors. I became healthy, and I just want to do that for everybody else.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I hope to see you soon.